Hey y'all, welcome to SPIRE Sports News and thank you for checking out this video. I'm your host Tyrese B and I'll be doing these weekly as much as I can. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you like the content and I'll keep making videos for you guys. Now let's hop into the most recent news this week. Let's start out with some recent news from yesterday. Former Texans defensive end J.J. Watt signed a deal with the Arizona Cardinals for 2 years, $31 million with $23 million guaranteed. Watt made the announcement on his IG page with a recent post working out in Cardinals gear. Now, as a Texans fan, it's going to be weird seeing him in a different jersey next season, but I'm happy for him nevertheless. However, I'm not completely sold on the move though. Now, Cliff Kingsbury has been known as a coach who can't finish seasons, and the team even went on a 5-game losing streak this year that made them miss the playoffs. Only time will tell, but at least Arizona defense is pretty stout. You have Buda Baker, Patrick Peterson, Chandler Jones, and now JJ. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about this move and how far Arizona will go next season. Let's continue with NFL news. Russell Wilson made his trade preferences clear to the Seahawks last week if he's to be traded. Wilson has a no trade clause which allows him to pick the destinations he can be traded to. According to his agent, he'd only consider the Cowboys, Saints, Raiders, and Bears as possible trade destinations. All of these teams have solid rosters already, so wherever he goes, he'll improve the team even more. But safe to say, all these teams are good and all, but if I had to see Russell in a different jersey next season, I say go to Chicago. It's been a long time since the Bears made a deep playoff run, and if you let Wilson lead that team, he could be special. Plus, I watch Wilson and Aaron Rodgers go at it twice a year. Let me know in the comments below where you want to see him next season. Now let's go to our basketball news. NBA All-Star Weekend is coming up this week, Sunday, March the 7th. Now this move was just made recently by the NBA after earlier this season they said there wouldn't be any All-Star Weekend. So although we get the All-Star Weekend, it will only be a one-day event this year. But hey, at least they'll still have the regular festivities such as the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, and the dunk contest. My picks for those events are CP3 for the skills, Curry for the 3-point, and I have Obi Toppin for the dunk contest. As for this game, I'm wondering will they go back to their regular format or will they do something similar to last year what they did for Kobe. Nevertheless, I'll be excited to watch it. Lots of first time All-Stars in this game with Zion Williamson, Zach LaVine, and Julius Randle suiting up. Also, KD will not be playing this All-Star game, so that's a bummer, but we get a good game regardless. Continuing on with more NBA news, this time around the season teams are making big moves and the Hawks made one last night. They fired Lloyd Pierce yesterday and made Nate McMillan their interim head coach for now. Pierce only had 63 wins with no playoff appearances in his 2.5 years with the Hawks. To be honest with you guys, I think this was a smart move by the Hawks. They're currently 15-20, 11th in the East, and only 1.5 games back from the 8th spot. McMillan has been able to get his teams to the playoffs in the past, so why not let him have the reins? Besides, if it works out, then hopefully he'll get a job permanently with the team, but we'll see how it goes. Now let's transition into more serious news as I wanted to give an update on the Tiger Woods situation. Now Tiger Woods was involved in a single vehicle accident recently where he sustained serious injuries. Tiger is now stable and responsive, but his road to recovery only starts here. Woods sustained right leg injuries where he broke his tibia, fibula, and the torus bone in his foot. His upper leg injury is similar to Washington quarterback Alex Smith, who returned this season after 2 years of rehab. There isn't any timetable for his return yet as his injuries are still being evaluated, but I will keep y'all updated on the situation as the week goes by. All in all, I'm pretty sure everybody's just glad he's okay and hopefully we can see him on the course again in the future. And for our last sports story of the video is a SPIRE story, which is when I pick out a story that inspired me in any form or fashion this week. This week's story is about an 18-year-old kid from Cameroon named Arsel Giowou. Giowou is a big fan of baseball and he's been playing the game since he was 5 years old. The problem is the sport of baseball isn't popular over there and nobody knows how to play. Therefore, he started coaching kids the game of baseball himself at a school he founded called the Harmony Baseball Academy. It's always inspiring to see someone take the initiative, especially at that age, so shout out to you. To read more about it, click the link below to check out more of the story and to donate to his cause. So now that we're done with the news, let's get into these fan questions. Our first question is from Jack Randall from the Stay at Home Son podcast, and he wants to know who are the best rookies right now in the NBA. Well, to me right now, LaMelo Ball has been one of my favorite rookies to watch this season. His passing ability and his offensive play is fun to watch, and I think he'll win Rookie of the Year. Another rookie I think that's underrated right now is Jae'Sean Tate from my Houston Rockets. I've been commentating on the Rockets games recently on Colorcast, and he's been balling. I like his game a lot, especially his play on the defensive end, so those are my rookies right now. Oh, and I forgot to mention James Wiseman and Tyrese Halliburton. I like those guys as well, too. They've been playing pretty good lately. So our next fan question comes from Ross and Jalen from 4th and Goal Radio, and they want to know my thoughts on the UFC. Well, I've liked the lineups that they've done recently, and the fights that speak for themselves. A lot of great fights, and I'm definitely going to tune in this Saturday and catch the Adesanya fight as well. Shout out to 4th and Goal, man. Make sure y'all check those guys out as well. They have a lot of good content, especially if you love the UFC. 4th and Goal Radio has it on lock. They have all the news and the breakdowns on UFC. Please go give those guys a follow and check out their content. And for my last fan question of the day comes from the guys over at Excelpodcasts, and they wanted my opinion on the Cam Newton situation. Well, if y'all haven't seen it, a video was trending on social media a couple weeks ago of Cam Newton drawing back with one of the kids at his camp, and the video went viral of the kid pretty much him disrespecting Cam Newton, saying that he was a free agent. And once the situation started getting out of hand, the kid from the camp put out a message on his IG page apologizing to Cam, saying that he went too far and he apologized for his actions at the camp. In my opinion, the situation is a mess. I get the kid was trying to be funny, but there's a thin line between jawing and, being disrespectful, and I think he crossed it. It's not a good look on him at all, but I really don't hope that it affects his recruiting in the future and other people decide to give a chance on him. But moving on to Cam, the disrespect that this dude has been receiving lately is mind-blowing to me. Now, I know that he didn't have a great season this year, but I believe he's still good enough to be a starter in the league. And he even said on a recent interview with I Am Athlete podcast that he's better than 32 guys right now. And honestly, I believe he is. Now, the question is, where could he get a chance at? Could he go to Washington and team up with his old head coach Ron Rivera, or will he stay another year in New England? Only time will tell, but I hope Cam Newton can get a chance to prove that he's still a starter in this league. Well, we made it to the end of the episode, and if you're still here, thank you for staying with us, and we got some big announcements for you guys. We got a lot of new content coming up on this channel. Episode 10 of the podcast will release this Saturday, and we have a new sports story series coming out soon. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when we drop a new video. And check out our blog posts and articles that we post on our website in the description below. Until then, y'all, stay safe and stay inspired.